I'm Robinson. He's Jones. We are the Unfiltered Truth. Thank you for joining us this evening. 8 days until the NFL draft. Rumors galore. There's so much going on, but at the same time, there's really not a whole lot going on at the same time. We've almost made it all the way through lion season. All of the deception and all of the things that we've been told about who likes who. We've seen almost all of the visits, all of the top 30 visits be taken. And there's a little bit of house cleaning to do as we head into this draft. But like I said, that we'll get all the way through that. Jones, what's happening, bro? How you doing?
You know me, doing good. It's hump day. I'm standing tall. Had a good conversation earlier today. Found out some woo news. Try to clear some shit up. You know, everybody talking about draft. What would y'all want to hear right now? You want some clarification on Jacobs? What do you want? Y'all tell me. Raider Nation, what y'all want to hear right now? You want to hear some clarification about Josh Jacobs right now?
Good evening.
Nubian Queen, how you doing, girl? Y'all tell me what you want to hear now.
Starting off with Spill the Beans on the Unfiltered Truth. I'm going to get a little segment of just everybody just dumping beans. I'll call Spill It. So let's talk about Josh.
You can't handle the truth, on it.
Can't handle it, so but you're going to get it anyway.
So first things first. Everybody's been running around here. I don't know who the hell's been running them. Oh, Josh Jacobs could be getting traded and all that. We need to just shut that shit up. Okay? Because that shit's not happening. All right? So whoever said that, and go back to the kitchen. Let's be real. You ain't hearing it from nobody else. You ain't hearing it out of my damn mouth. You ain't hear me say, oh. This shit ain't happening. So I need whatever cap nonsense that was been put up around on YouTube or Twitter, whatever these y'all motherfuckers be getting it so-called information when you ain't getting the information from me and Robinson. Cause I know we've been this. The allergies been kicking my ass. You know, I turned 32 last week, so I was turned up and shit. So hey. But right now, you guys gotta understand when you work tracks, they already got a franchise tag for him. He doesn't have to sign that all the way until he doesn't have to sign it now. He got until July to sign it. That's the second thing is this. When the agent and player, they're talking contracts and whatnot, they can take all the time they want right now. Shit, things can get done right during the summertime, right after the draft. You got to understand, you got a team that has loaded up, on their free agents to help with depth, and then go on and get the best players to fill in on this roster through the draft. So something's going to outweigh the other. Don't look into Jacobs not going to the little I think it was the little April mini camp and all that. Because let's be real, if you not getting your money right now, you ain't gonna go nowhere. So everybody just needs to relax. Is butt hurt? He's not. And like I said, whoever's pumping bullshit, they need to stop. And that's a fact. Because the few folks I'm hearing from around are saying everything's somebody's just trying to make something to talk about when there's nothing there to really talk about. It's just somebody pulling shit out their ass and trying to cause drama and something to get people to chat about. Okay? So everybody just needs to lay back. Let's focus on this draft and get shit rolling.
Let's get it rolling.
Now, for you Mickey Flick fuckers right now, I'm amped up, next week. Draft, 7th overall pick. Got a motherfucker shimmying right now. Ooh, yeah.
But the real question is, are they going to draft at 7? Now, we've heard a whole bunch of things. We've heard they've been trying to trade up to 1. They're going to try to trade up to 3. Recently, we've heard they may even go as far as trying to trade up to number 2, because Houston would have 7 and 12, I believe. Nick Caserio and Dave Ziegler go back. Him and Josh McDaniels believe they all played football together in college. Straight homies.
Yeah, that's right.
Overcame the cold, harsh winters and the sharp lashing tongue of Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots. Won championships together. There is a relationship there that can be capitalized on, and an end to get it done. I see somebody said, I still want Anthony Richardson. Hey, I'm not opposed to it. I'd rather have Bryce Young or CJ Stroud personally, but you like who you like. It's all good.
So to dive into that, for the folks that have heard me on some of the spaces, me and Robinson, and I even said going back before the season had ended, Mayo with Coffee might end up surprising everybody going number 1 overall. Now, everybody's hearing all this press conference and thinking that, well, they just talked about Bryce Young. He's going to be their number 1 overall pick. They never said that.
His visits. He canceled the rest of his visits.
Here's the thing. What other visits do you need? What other visits do you need right now?
Because the fact 30
is you don't need to take 30 if you're getting picked within the top 5 or top 7.
No, you don't.
To be going all the way to Philly. You don't need to be going, really, you don't need to be going to Atlanta. You don't need to really go to Pittsburgh. You don't know any, you don't. Because right within from 1 to 5 or shit, or you get lucky, or 1 to 7, but I'm gonna just be real and blunt. I don't see the Raiders even sitting at 7 in this draft on third. I see the Raiders moving up within the top 3. No, they're not going to take the number 1 overall pick because the Panthers, they want a shit ton. They want Pablo Escobar drug stash. Want Walter White's stash to Sky.
And you got to get El Chapo out, huh?
You got to go through the tunnels and get El Chapo drugs and his $200 million worth of money that he has hidden within the walls. Oops, I shouldn't have said that loud. But the fact of the matter is that shit is not happening, all right? I just need to make that clear and simple. Now, you have more of an opportunity of getting something done with trying to trade up for the 2nd or the 3rd pick. 3rd pick is overall the highest weighing out of the 2nd because you don't know what Houston might ask for. I mean, shit, Houston might say, you know, we want that. We want go give us that fella over there. We want that boy right there. And we want your draft picks. We want your first, your second, your third, your soul. We
And
want
then some of that next year's picks too.
Yeah. So then you come down to your third overall pick. Arizona, new front office, new coach. You could probably work something like, I'm giving you the third and possibly next year's third or fourth. They're not that far apart if you really. It's only four places apart. So I don't think you're gonna like be held up with a king's ransom. Now, going back to guys getting picked. This has been really weird lately. All of a sudden, Will Levis's stock has risen. Everybody dragged his ass probably about less than a month ago. Now he's climbing back up and quick. I said will not be taking a quarterback. Now you guys hear all these reports of Houston not taking a quarterback. Will Anderson, that was the plan from the get-go. No matter what, that was the plan. They need defense. They need somebody to rush the quarterback. Realistically, I see the same thing in what DeMeco Ryans is seeing. Davis Mills had no damn O-line.
And nobody
the
to
one
throw to.
special piece he had on his offense went down. And then your fucking team wanted, your front office wanted you to tank. Well, excuse me, your ownership wanted you to tank. Let me get that corrected. Like this. If they didn't have to fucking tank, if you didn't have a stopgap coach, you think the outcome probably be a little different with Houston? Maybe. They want to give Davis Mills a chance. I think he does. I've said this, and I said this to a handful of folks, even folks that, you know, I talk to that are within media around the league and whatnot. If your quarterback can throw for 300 yards for the past 2 seasons, so his rookie and the second year, he threw 300 plus yards multiple times. He ain't a shitty quarterback. Okay?
Nope.
If you're a shitty quarterback, you throwing 150,
200, 225,
200 yards, and that's it. He's been able to throw deep ball. The man has shown that, fuck it, I can run. We all saw that. So right then and there, you still got those main quarterbacks we've been talking about on the list. Again, people are saying Bryce Young. Let's just say it is Bryce Young. Stroud, now we're hearing negative about Stroud. You're hearing this negative saying that, he missed Peyton. He missed the Manning's camp. He ghosted them and all that. They dragging him today. I'm like, what? What? Maybe some shit happened. Maybe some family issue happened. Man, get out of here with that bullshit.
So what?
Really,
it's not a game. It's not practice.
Phil, no, hold on. Phil, let him. Because you know what? If that is really going to affect the team on who this, let him drop down to us. That saves our draft picks.
Right.
Move up 1 or 2 spots.
Don't blow off the Mannings, not the passing academy.
Oh, that's a sin to everybody. Oh my gosh.
That's a requirement that nobody ever wrote down. That's a graduation requirement into the NFL.
I'm like, shit. Look, I'm gonna be real. Yeah, folks have asked them try to put that boy through shit. And yeah, hey, Brady, shut the fuck up. All right. And I'll tell that shit straight to his damn face. I'll give his ass PTSD like he getting sacked as a Browns quarterback. So he want to do that shit. Kiss my ass.
I don't know why they do. I really don't know why they do, Garrett. I've been saying the same thing that Jones has been saying. I said it last year. It's like he looks like he's a decent little quarterback. They need to get him a line to block and some people to throw to. Their best wide receiver was Brandon Cooks, and he was hurt, 4 or 5 games last year?
Yeah, and you can't. And look, he's a small man, can't do it all by himself. And then they had what was the kid from Alabama that got hurt and he was on the IR? They got him coming back. So I mean, when you look at that, okay, that's going to be good for him. Protect him now.
And then
put on defense now.
Real quick before you get down with that, and I'm seeing they want Bijan too. Dameon Pierce was an outstanding running back up until the time he got hurt.
I'm gonna tell you this: I watched Dameon Pierce close up hand at the Senior Bowl go 1-on-1 against a D lineman, blocking and beat him, put him on his back. Listen, when you got a running back that can put a D lineman on his, you keep that motherfucker, you can protect it. You say, hey, get a shield, give him everything around him.
Sticker something, a raise something.
Shit. That's a running back you want long term.
Mm-hmm.
Raiders contain peace. But it's crazy how folks have just been talking out the asses now. And like Garrett was saying, like Robinson. Look, I love him as a running back because he's that old running back where it's like, I must break you, hate running through you.
Texas running back, they're one of the throwbacks with a little bit more.
I ain't got no problem with a running back like that. But the thing is, we already have that. And as I recall, our running back can block. He can catch.
Talking about the Texans.
I'm talking about our running back too.
Oh,
we've had some folks in our fan base talk out their ass with that shit. No, Josh Jacobs is not going to be traded. And whoever told you that shit need to go back to the kitchen and make me a damn sandwich. Shit.
Ask their sources for something better, because that ain't it.
Mm-hmm. I don't know who the fuck running them out with that shit. Motherfuckers need to shut the fuck up talking that bullshit.
First and foremost, when you look at is Josh Jacobs going to be traded as the franchise player currently, that tag says he's getting traded for 2 firsts.
Two, yeah. Not 1, but 2.
But 2.
A hoagie. Shit, if it's one of them damn Wawa hoagie shit, I'd be all right. Yeah. But
he knows he might have me, but
oh shit, I haven't been able to get a good laugh lately. But and then I know a lot of folks are saying, well, we can't get a quarterback. You look at well, we need help in the secondary. And absolutely, you do need help in the secondary, or you do need help on defense. Ladies and gentlemen, the Raiders will be going on defense. Okay? So they're not going to say, we're going to get 5 more wide receivers. Jesus Christ. Ugh.
Maybe
They
one
will
more.
be looking. They will be looking to go heavy on defense. So that's going to be D tackle. That's going to be rusher. Y'all, I want y'all to hear that loudly right now. You're going to hear that. Picture it in emphasis. Edge rusher. Edge rusher. Okay. You're going to get that. Because let's all be real. I'm sorry. Chandler Jones is not the same all that last year. No. Even though I feel like he needed that damn oxygen tank after pulling that damn little touchdown at the end of that Patriots game. Even stiff arm and Mac Jones, I was like, shit. I know that man needed a whole ice bath. He needed a hyperbaric chamber. Shit, he needed all that.
Knees. That's all right. He got
all that shit. That motherfucker was getting putting Tiger Bomb on his ass cheeks. Shit. Yeah, you can look at the D-Top from better. I do like him.
That's what his name is. Siaka Iki.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's a pay. You know what's funny about this? People look at him as just a run stuffer. This motherfucker's a pass rusher inside.
He can push the pocket for sure. He's one of them guys that once he gets going forward, his change of direction is suspect.
Yeah.
I would call him Vita Vea light. Said he can give you the forward movement, the strength, and the push, but he doesn't change directions and chase guys down quite like Vita does. I'm not going to call him a baby Vita because I think he might actually be, no, he's not as heavy, but roughly about the same size.
I said, yeah, about roughly, yeah. Yeah. Because even, I know some of you guys said tight end. There's a tight end out of Purdue, Payne Durham. I literally watched this man carry a safety on his fucking back and then carried a fucking corner on wrist, dragging them into the damn end zone. And if anybody wants to see that tape, I'll pull that shit up for you. I mean, he was knocking them off. He's about 6'6". I think he's about 6'6", 265.
Okay.
He was not. It was literally like watching, like, your old ass playing football against 8-year-olds. Like, get off me!
Throw him in the face.
Y'all want me pulling up that tape because it might hurt somebody's draft value.
Yeah, well, don't do it. We don't need to kill nobody's draft value. Make them come up. Coons from Old Dominion.
Zach Pickens, I was also looking at too. At D tackle.
Like Javon Dexter, but he'll be good if they do in fact pull off that trade to move up and select the quarterback. The question is, will he be available in the 3rd round? And if he is, I'll hop on him. I just don't think that he will.
So I know there's been talk about, we still talk about the O-line, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And there might be 1 or 2 changes. I know everybody's want to say, "Oh, what about the position? What about the top position? Well, if there's a change at center and guard, I still say leave and where he needs to stay at. Raiders could go on and draft a guard. You remember how the Raiders had drafted Wisniewski?
Yes.
Nephew Wisniewski. And they had him at guard, and then they end up moving him to center finally.
Mm-hmm.
There's a guy at Penn State. Reminds me of him. It's funny. Literally, kind of like Wisniewski, actually. Juice Scruggs. He plays center, but also can play guard.
Oh, you're moving off your guy from Michigan, huh?
I need a leader. And you know, I always got to look out for my PG County boys.
PG County.
Hey, put some respect on that damn name. Yeah, Scruggs. He's a good one. And I like a leader on my fucking O-line. I like someone to be vocal on my O-line.
I get you.
Now, I'm going to be, and the other thing I'm here is this, and you know, this shit can happen in the rounds too. Phil, I'll let you answer that. Dion Henley.
What? So I love Dion Henley, and I think that he's got the athletic traits to be really, really good. He's a former wide receiver who's turned to defense, 6'1", 225. He's great in space. He's learning the position. He's been solid in run stops. Needs to get better in coverage. Not gonna lie, does definitely need to get better. But also away from the field, he's a practitioner of capoeira. So I don't know if any of you are familiar with that. I'm sure that most of you are. But the other guy in the NFL who plays the same position and does virtually the same thing, a practitioner of capoeira, is Fred Warner. And is he Fred Warner? No, I don't expect him to be Fred Warner, but I like him. I like what he can be as a blank canvas, and with some development, he can be really, really good for the Raiders. Should be available hopefully in the 4th, 5th round, maybe even a little maybe he'll go earlier, but I believe he should be anywhere from late 4th, one of the multiple 4ths we have, and on. So if they like him, they actually brought him in on a top 30 visit as well. So if they like him, they'll have an opportunity to bring him in. As for linebackers that I like, Nolan Smith is a pipe dream, bro. You're not gonna see him. Trenton Simpson, no. Dorian Williams is also the other linebacker that it would greatly benefit the Raiders to bring in terms of combination, run, stop, and pass coverage. Dorian Williams and Drew Sanders are my two top linebackers in this draft class. And what linebackers do I like? Everybody's high on Jack Campbell. I'm not. Drew Sanders to me looks amazing. I like everything about his game and the way that he got used at Arkansas. In terms of linebackers that are coming out, I liked Henley. There's some other guys to look around. You got Nolan Smith obviously coming off the edge. Trenton Simpson looked good in shorts and a t-shirt, and had a decent year at Clemson. But let's not kid ourselves. Clemson's defense was far from world beaters this year.
Hey, Patrick Graham's defense, it's a mixture of man and zone crew.
Yes. Ideally, when it's run correctly and with the proper personnel, it's a man zone combo scheme.
I have a guy from out of Cincinnati. And you know, them Cincinnati defenders are pretty damn good. Arquan Bush.
Arcane or Archon?
Huh?
Arcane or Archon?
Archon. Like Arquon.
Okay.
Kid outside, inside, like a player that we know that we currently have on the roster right now. He can play man, greatest, but can play it, but can damn sure handle the zone coverage. He is stopping the run as well. So he's not like one of those corners that's scared to fucking tackle and shit. He's
Right.
about what, 6'1", 200 pounds? Exactly. And that was what I got from science media. And they said, yeah, you got to have players that are being able to execute, be effective. Ineffective players, half-ass players, that shit ain't gonna work, ain't gonna cut it.
Nope.
And whoo, man, it's so much to open up about. I can't open up about.
It's the benefit of knowing too much, Phil. The benefit of knowing too much. We can't.
Remember how Charles Xavier be having them brain aneurysms and knowing too fucking much? That's how I feel right now.
He said brain aneurysms.
And this is crazy as shit. This guy can literally be the steal in the later rounds. Holy shit.
He said a watered down Don Martindale. Y'all gonna stop disrespecting Patrick Graham, goddammit. Said just because he ain't got no talent and then the talent that he did have got hurt and couldn't stay on the field, and you're gonna try to say he can't coach working with the third stringers.
I mean, let's be real. That's the truth. He had a shit ton of guys that were like technically your backups. The whole defense was full of backups, and people still wanted to crucify. And it's funny as shit. Usually, you expect to finish like dead fucking last if you're working with all your backup defense and only had probably about, I don't know, maybe like 3 or 4 starters left.
No,
what did they finish? Raiders defense, they still finished what?
In the 20s?
Yeah.
If I'm right, your free safety who's never in the play, your right defensive end who couldn't get to the quarterback if they drew him a road map and didn't block him. A virtual who's who at any of the other 2 cornerback positions. You got your best corner out there who played the most consistent as Amik Robertson. Go figure. If you had that on your bingo square, go ahead and pat yourself on the back. Max, for all intents and purposes, had a down year as well.
Yeah,
it was you got 0 out of your defensive tackle position.
I mean, so you had to pick up somebody from off the damn street. Now, I mean, he was,
and then he cost you a game that you should have won.
And that's why I can't. There's things about this team. I don't know if it's an overreaction to us. Just everybody looking at this as a whole, like, damn, we really didn't do shit in free agency, but we still remember you can't win season in free agency.
Nope.
You just can't. You overspend and look dumb as shit.
For guys that you can't get off your roster fast enough to get out from underneath the guarantees that you promised them. Now, Sean, you've asked me, this is now the second time you've asked me about Mekhi Blackmon. So I'll tell you about Mekhi Blackmon. From what I saw, I haven't watched USC's games all last year, and the amount of disappointment that I felt watching them get their asses beat down against Utah. Mekhi Blackmon is with a spoon. Mekhi Blackmon is solid in man-to-man coverage. He can play zone. Good. You get him no pass rush. Now we're starting to get in trouble. You get him isolated on you get a bigger receiver isolated on him. Now we're having a little bit more trouble. And let's not talk about the Achilles heel of that USC Trojan defense, which was running the football wide. He cannot tackle running backs in this league. If I would take Josh Jacobs 13 times out of 10 against Mekhi Blackmon, mano a mano, head up on the sideline. 13 times out of 10. And that's if they were singled up, not even expecting him to have to beat a block to get to him.
Damn.
And again, Jerome, if he got to get some type of, you talk about whip this defense into shape, this defense was giving up averaging 24 points for the first 5 weeks of the season, Phil.
Yeah.
Giving up an average of 24 points. I think Kansas City was the first team that went over 25, and then they went 24, excuse me, and then I think they went right back down the following week. So it's not that he can't do it, it's that he had player ability deficiencies. I criticized him a ton for not running man coverage enough and not blitzing until I saw the Saints game. And when I saw Denzel Perryman isolated up against Alvin Kamara on an angle route and watched him run right past him for however long it was that he ran for that touchdown, I said, oh, that's why they don't do that shit. So if you don't have the proper guys to run the scheme, you can't just put somebody out there because you want to see him run a different defense.
That sounds about right.
And if you give him, and if he still ain't got nothing hold him in, he gonna keep running too. Shit, just gonna keep running if there's no fence to hold him in. But last year we talk about linebackers. Last year, what linebackers do? They could draft every linebacker in this draft that you think is good and still not have enough. So all the guys that they got in the linebacking core right now, as they speak, are all backups. They're all backups. And it pains me to say it, and you know, I don't want to, but it's the unfiltered truth, and we got to tell it like it is. Say, you think Curtis Bolton is going to the Pro Bowl this year, Jones? Robert Spillane, is he going to the Pro Bowl this year? Is this going to be the year that Luke Masterson gets it together? Is he going to the Pro Bowl? Said, is Divine going to be finally touched by God or turn into the Diablo on the field that he was always supposed to be? The answer to that is probably not. Now, he could start, he could play. You just can't ask him to do much more than run defense.
They ain't let go of Patrick Queen. They are not letting go of his ass. Now you got Queen and Roquan Smith. Shit.
I wouldn't.
Shit.
And what's incredible is that he's still out and about. Still ain't had to face the music for that. They got it dead to rights.
Funny, ain't it?
Yeah.
Now, going back to what I was trying to say.
Jerome, he don't draft these people. He's not the general manager. He can only tell them what he needs for the defense, and it's up to them to bring them in. If they don't bring them in, say he got to work with what he's got. And I'll be honest with you, what they brought him in to work with isn't very much so far. From the way that this whole offseason has been conducted, they expect to get a quarterback and to knock the hell out of the ball out of the fucking ballpark in terms of defensive draft picks, because otherwise this will have been one of the worst, if not the worst offseason you've ever seen.
And I'm not gonna say the worst.
I said one of.
No, because we've seen the worst. We've seen worst. So let's not say that. Okay. This was a meh.
I'll say you can walk that back if you want.
You know why? We remember the fucking bargain bin. We were getting bargain bin motherfuckers. We were getting motherfuckers that were last heard of back in '99 and shit.
How much did they pay for Chandler Jones?
We were getting motherfuckers from the damn shit. We had one motherfucker as one of our best corners. Craziest shit of all. That motherfucker lost his mind. That shit was crazy. Think about it. And then Gruden's first year, he went and got the 35 and older club. I say about all them 35 and up, all them motherfuckers probably need fucking Cialis, and then the motherfuckers will start to forget shit as well.
Bruh pulled Jason Witten out of the booth after Jason Witten had been retired for about 15 years.
Listen, I'm still on Jason Witten trying to pronounce old boy's name during that Chiefs-Rams game. I thought that motherfucker had a damn seizure. That
man couldn't run screen.
Slow old ass retirement.
Could not run a screen route, bruh.
Damn, man, you know that shit remind me of. It was that fucking episode of King of the Hill when that motherfucker Bill's fat ass went back and played football. Oh shit. Yo. I swear, man, when I saw that shit, I was like, did we really get Jason Witten? And I'm watching Jason Witten catch and try to run, and I'm like, oh my God. The motherfuckers on My 600-Pound Life could catch his ass.
Bro, I'm telling you, after about 10 wind sprints, I like my chances. I think we can be neck and neck.
I was like, and yes, gave them $1,000. I was like, ain't this some shit?
I watched him catch that screen and take it approximately 3 yards up the field when there was nobody
No,
in
that
front
wasn't
of
even
him.
3. No, that was not even 3 yards, bro. If you want to be real and technical, that shit didn't even get 2.5. That was a fucking step, and that
Just
motherfucker
like,
said, "We fall down." Nah, Jason Witten was slower than fucking Kerry Collins. Fuck. You fucking Tadell Sands could run faster than him.
he made the tortoise look like the hare.
Big Washington could run faster than him.
I'm sure.
Big
Vince
Club the
Wilfork
Gap
probably ran
Adams
faster to
could
the
run
barbecue
faster than
pit.
him.
Oh my goodness, Jason. Jeez.
You remember Jason Witten had a fucking commercial and shit. Motherfucker catching the ball and shit. I was like, damn, the way he catching this ball in slow motion on this commercial is literally showing us that this motherfucker is going to move slow on this field. Well, I brought Jason back, because he's blocking, he's a real Gruden grinder. And what I tell you, man, right there, this is what you want a leader in your tight end group that you want to have around. And it basically is what it is, I'm just going to fuck around and find out, see how well this goes.
See, you're not even doing it right. You gotta have stars in your eyes when you say it. You gotta just be looking at him like he's the most beautiful thing you've ever seen in your life while you saying this about this 86-year-old tight end that been broadcasting for the last 5 years because it was over when he retired.
You ain't shit for that.
Look like a new baby giraffe running out there.
Jamarcus could drink lean faster than him running. Me hot.
Oh man.
Me so. Oh.
Watching Jason Witten run on the field was like everybody stop and turn and look at Gruden and be like, bruh.
Oh no, I'm done. I'm bye. Bye. He ran like
old Kevin Willis from the Spurs way back when.
Oh, that motherfucker Adonis Haslam.
The NFL's first, the NFL's second 45-year-old man.
Shit. I don't know. I don't know. Adonis Haslam, that man came in and dropped 24 points. I don't know, man. God dang.
Oh man. Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. Damn. But to bring this all back to a head and get back to on topic, Josh Jacobs not getting traded. Currently, he's not signed with the team, so he does not have to report to OTAs or any team activities and whatnot, and cannot be fined for it. So staying in shape is up to him. He's got his parameters for what the contract should be, and the Raiders need to meet his price. And they need to meet his price for a variety of reasons, but mostly because he did everything that they asked him to do, went out and produced. Now, if you don't meet his price when he did everything that you asked him to do and he produced and was the best in the league, then that is going to greatly impact your ability to continue to sign premium talent.
I mean, shit, I can go a little further. Josh Jacobs should be making more than Saquon Barkley.
Yes, he should. 4,700 yards.
Damn fact.
40 touchdowns. 4 years.
He did that in 60 games. games. How many? Who's been in the NFL longer? Saquon or
Saquon.
Jacobs? Saquon has missed a shit ton of games.
A lot.
Bad ACL. Only missed 6 games. And still getting about 1,000 yards. Ran behind the O-line. Shit. And still made everybody look like bitches on defense.
Yep.
He need to get paid.
Yep. I agree.
Yeah, Barkley is 2 years ahead of him. That is no. Because Barkley came out in 2018. And we got Jacobs in 2019. So yeah, it's been a year apart. But yeah.
I know what he's saying. He's saying that when Jacobs came in, Barkley was hurt, so it looked like it was 2 years.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Shit. I was like, damn.
Had to stop and think. He was like, "What that? No." But
I mean, cause shit, I'd be like, damn, when we gonna see Barkley?
Never.
Barkley was like,
never.
Find out next week on Dragon Ball Z. Be like, when we gonna get that new episode? In 2 weeks.
A month. Just keep waiting. Just wait longer. But so that's the news on Jacobs.
And the other thing about this, I'm gonna say, you can't find. You know how hard it is to find a complete back in this league to be able to block as well. Not just pass block, but run block as well. Think about that.
And I'm sure if you gave me
in my opinion, I feel like Jacobs. In my opinion, and I'm gonna say this, Jacobs should be making about $16.5 million. I mean, I'm looking at Christian McCaffrey making his money and shit, but literally Jacob, this man,
I'm gonna do you one better.
Here than McCaffrey has put the yards that he needed to put up past year more than McCaffrey. So again, to be honest, I know folks be like, oh, would you take McCaffrey or would you take Jacobs? I'm gonna still take Jacobs. McCaffrey goes that hamstring, that calf, he go down quick.
And and all that being said, I'm gonna still do you one better and tell you that Josh Jacobs should be the highest paid player on this offense.
Yeah.
Because you take really Josh Jacobs off this team, they in a bad way.
Because if you want to be real about it, Raiders don't make the playoffs with them in 2021.
Nope.
Raiders don't make the fucking playoffs in that 2021 season.
I don't think they.
If you remember those 5-game skit, that five, them 5 they had. Who's running the ball? Who's the workhorse? Keeping them in the game, or controlling the clock, or running through a motherfucker. That was Josh Jacobs.
Mm-hmm.
So, because as I recall, that Colts game, and then also that damn Chargers game.
Yep.
And shit, I mean, we go back and look at the Bengals game. He was ass over butt. Shit kept getting called back with penalties and shit. Mm-hmm. But again, you make the playoffs.
Nope.
If Josh Jacobs didn't do what he did.
Nope.
The other thing is this. Raiders are 8-6 when Josh Jacobs has, I think it was 21 rushes,
carries,
rushing carries or more. That's 18 and 6. That's pretty fucking high. Get that motherfucker's money. Give him his money.
You're about to see a precipitous drop off for the King. I remember I told you this. He is halfway to Eddie George, on the backside of halfway to Eddie George.
You know what? I'm not even going to say that right now. You know why?
I will.
I'm not going to say that yet. Because for starters, they got to do something about that. 2, they ain't got Todd Downing anymore. That motherfucker was about to run his ass into the ground, too. He said, fuck it, we're going to make you throw the football, too. They had this man playing quarterback, too. Everybody talk about Chris McCaffrey playing quarterback and shit. But Chris McCaffrey didn't throw no fucking touchdowns. This motherfucker, we was throwing motherfucking touchdowns. I run for touchdowns. I throw for touchdowns. Holla at your boy. Shit. But I'm gonna try to swing the topic, because remember, tomorrow Raiders they finish up talking with going over draft plans, final strategy, what's their final board and whatnot, and everybody goes dark. They're gonna go dark like fucking Aaron Rodgers. They're going to sit in a dark room. They ain't going to have no cell phone. It's going to be nothing. They're going to be away from the outside world. It goes silent on Friday. So that's what, Friday to really Wednesday night. And then things start ramping up.
There it is.
God, I wish they could give me that little Zoom access into that damn war room. Maybe.
I just wish that I could get a number to Mark Davis so I could holler at him one time and just let him know, Mark, bruh, I don't know what they're telling you down there, and I know they got a plan, but if you just add just a little bit right here, this plan could just be next level. Next level, because they over here trying to do what they doing, and you need some star power, and it's there. It's there.
They got it on offense. Like, meaning, you need to get your quarterback, and then defense. You need on defense now.
Lots of it.
I mean, you got Max, but that damn sure isn't enough. Unless you're going to clone the motherfucker.
Because right now, Max is dangerously close to Khalil Mack territory in terms of great overall singular production, but not helping the team win.
Yeah. And we're not saying that's his fault or anything. We're just saying, like, it's just
not his fault. That's just where he is.
Do it all. You can't have a guy like that do it all by himself.
And he's literally doing it all. Even Khalil has some help.
Like, I'm gonna say this. I still like Jerry Tillery.
Mm-hmm.
I think, again, your D-line coach that you had, Frank
Oakham.
That wasn't cutting last year. It wasn't cutting. Your D-line coach this year, coming from Baltimore and coming from Miami, and he's gotten out of his edge rushers and interior D tackles. Hey, that's what I like to hear. He's gotten production, and I need that to continue. to be honest, if you want to be real and blunt, if Patrick Graham's looking a little rough, that might be damn defensive coordinator.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
We're not going to talk about.
I'm not looking at. I'm not trying to dwell on that shit. But I think he can get his shit together. I mean, you got to also look. He didn't have that real full season. They were basically having Tillery as inactive and shit back when he was with the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
I think Tillery being with a team that he getting a fresh camp, getting an acquaintance with the playbook, I think he's fine. I think you can still get good production out of him because let's be real, in D tackle, the last 3 years, he registered about what? Last 3 years, he registered 10.5 sacks as a defensive tackle. Then the 4 years D tackle, you got 10.5 sacks. So he's not done. He's not washed up. He's young. Yeah, he did that little bonehead thing. But again, you can make something out of it with him. I think they got a little diamond in the rough with him. They still have their D tackles they brought in from last year.
Farrell and Butler.
And
Farrell Jr.
Farrell Jr.
Excuse me.
And Farrell Jr., he got something to prove from what I saw or you put up on Twitter. My man said, look, man, y'all think I can't do this shit? Nah, I got fuckers. And I believe he can do that shit. I believe he can do it. You have the confidence and see, the thing about when you have young players like that, you got to make sure, like, I got confidence in you to do this, woo, 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 woo. I can give you the support, but you still got to do your job and your assignments. You can't be lazy coming out the gate.
Nope.
That's all I can really say for you. So the rest is all yours to handle. Now the Raiders, I mean, like I said, you got depth pieces that they filled in. You know, they filled in the holes within free agency. Now, hey, I need to go and get me a big time linebacker. I think I can get me a good linebacker in this draft. I can get me a good corner in this draft. I can get me another fucking edge rusher that has speed and can get to the quarterback. Like I've told a handful of folks, when you look at these guys that are in this draft, it's not like how last year's was, where it was like, this draft is okay. You got some gems, but not everybody starters right away. This draft, you got guys that can become your instant starters, and that's a good thing. And it's going down, even going in all. I say I don't know from 1 to 5. But Robinson, you had anything to add on?
No, I think we pretty much covered what we got. Next week, we're going to have a pre-draft show for you on Wednesday. I'm sure that we will link up to discuss the first round and hopefully have something fascinating to talk about one way or the other. Hopefully it doesn't end up a situation where we in complete disappointment like when they drafted Alex Leatherwood. But other than that, We about an hour and 5 minutes in. We thank you all for showing up, waiting for us to come on. If this is your first time, like I said, this is the Unfiltered Truth. We do what we do because you deserve better. No narratives, no lies, nothing but straight facts. So please take some time out, join, subscribe, become a member. At some point, we're going to get back to doing members only content. And till then, you got anything else?
Hold on. Hey, it was a while back. I thought I did it, but I want to give a huge shout out. I ran into one of our fans, DC, Noel, meeting you, and I'm great. Appreciate knowing that you watch our show. You like, hey man, look, Raider Nation everywhere. That just told us Raider Nation is everywhere. Right at the DC Capitol. We worldwide, we global, we everywhere. Shit, we even got fucking Raider Nation in Wakanda, motherfucker. Shit. But huge shout out to Noel. I'm glad I got to meet a fan. But other than that, you guys, Dev Robinson, I'm Jones. We out.